Today I am making a roast. I love the taste and it's just fun to make and feels so good on the gut. Trying something new. So I soaked my roast, you can't really see it, in buttermilk, but you definitely don't have to do that. I love to do this with short rib, but I don't have any, so I'm just using a different roast. Just going to start patting it dry. You're gonna wanna get your pan absolutely so hot. You can kind of see it steaming, just so you can sear the meat and really get the flavor from it. And then typically I sear it for just a couple of minutes on each side. The meat should naturally pull off the bottom. If you are having to force it, just let it sear a little bit longer. And then once your pan has cooled off a bit, you can add a little bit of oil, and then I like to add my onions. What I love about a roast is that you follow the simple steps for a mirepoix, and then you can kind of add anything that you like, and just make it taste however you want, trial and error. And also, like, it really doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I definitely over-seared my meat, but whatever. I've cooked my onions for about 2 minutes, and now I'm gonna go in with my carrot and celery. And just let all of these soften up. Now would be a great time to preheat your oven. So I do it about 350. And then once your mirepoix is aromatic, this is optional, but I like to add a tablespoon of tomato paste, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And then I've been told to just let this cook for a little bit until you can smell the sort of umami from the tomato. Now I'm going to come in with the wine and do a little deglaze of the fond on the bottom so you can get all the flavor. So I'm going to let it come to a bubble and then scrape the bottom of the pan. And then I'm just going to do that a couple times. Good. And then once the alcohol has cooked down a little bit, you can turn the heat down and add your bone broth. I like to add a couple of bay leaves. And then I'm just using vegetables we had in the fridge, so I'm going to add some mushrooms, carrots, rosemary and thyme. We'll also add a couple potatoes. Then I add my seared roast back in and the meat juices, and I really nestle it in there, and I add a little bit of water just because I like the liquid contents to be at least 3/4 covering the roast or covering it completely. Then once I have everything together, I will put the lid on and put it in the oven. Oh, it smells so good.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah. Then I remove my roast from the soup and I cut the strings out of it and remove them before using 2 forks to shred the meat and then add it back in. The benefit of doing the slow cook is really how tender the meat gets. Like, even using not super expensive meats, you can make something taste so delicious by doing a slow cook, and the meat really just like falls apart and is so easy to shred. I also mashed a couple of the cooked potatoes into the soup. I love this dish because it is so delicious, nutritious, and comforting, and it tastes like you would have been cooking for days but really it just takes half an hour and then you put it in the oven. I hope you enjoy. Oh my goodness.
He's getting all-star treatment today.
Oh, he's very happy.